Hi there, my name is Mr. Chii. I'm an educator in Thailand and I'm very pleased to be part of the 𝗙𝗵𝗶𝗆 program. Now, I'm going to introduce also to you generational wealth creation in Zimbabwe. Yes, why is it that we as Africans, we start a company today, we die, the company dies with us? Why is it that even after independence in Africa, in African countries, black people are still not rich? Our riches are not going beyond ourselves. They are not reaching out to the fourth, fifth generation, like what 𝗙𝗵𝗃 started. The De Beer company, even today, is one of the biggest companies in the world. Why is it that 𝗚𝗃_supermarket has been there forever and we shall ever be there? Why is it that 𝗙𝗿𝗲, we found it here and we shall leave it here? But our own African companies are not going anywhere. What are we supposed to do to change this economic and financial trajectory of our people? It's about mindset renewal and an open heart to learn, to go to the basics and say, how can we empower ourselves as Africans so that our wealth does not only benefit this immediate belly, but it goes beyond my great children. For starters, let's look at our trees. I know almost every household in Zimbabwe has got a fruit tree. It could be an orange tree, lemon tree, avocado. Those trees, some of them, we don't even know the person who planted them. But we are still benefiting. We are still enjoying the fruits. Some of them, the people who planted them are no more. But you can see that tree, this tree has been there and we are enjoying the fruits. Generational wealth creation. Let's start it from there. Why is it that Coca-Cola is still here today? Yet it was listed on the stock exchange, New York Stock Exchange, in 1919. But our own African companies, maybe those bus operators that we grew up seeing, they are no more today. You know why? The difference is that the whites invest in generational wealth. While we are busy priding ourselves that we've got an account at Edgars, you've got an account at 𝗙𝗿𝗲𝗃, you buy beer, you buy Coca-Cola every day at 𝗙𝗿𝗃, you fill your trolleys with the groceries at OK supermarket. That's your pride. It's time to change our mindset to say, before I think about having an account at Edgars, before I think about filling trolleys at OK supermarket and showing off that you can buy the most expensive suit in 𝗙𝗿𝗃, the first thing that you must do is to say, how can I be a part owner of OK supermarket? Because OK supermarket will always be there. We found it here and it shall be here. And every Zimbabwean, rich or poor, has an opportunity to be a part owner of OK supermarket. And you know what? Today, it does not even take you $5 to buy shares in OK supermarket. It's a challenge that I'm giving unto you to know that unless and until we Zimbabweans invest in big companies, thank God we've got Econet, the only black-owned company right now. We have to invest in big companies. companies that transcend, that goes beyond our generation, our own generation. So, look at that fruit tree where you are staying. You don't know the person who planted it. Even if you know, maybe some of them are no longer there. But are you not enjoying the fruits? That's the wealth that we must leave behind for our children. That's why we Africans, black Africans, we find it difficult to catch up with the wealth that the white community has. It's because our priorities are wrong. We buy Mercedes-Benz, we don't have shares in Mercedes-Benz. We are proud to be owning the most expensive car in Zimbabwe, but we don't have shares in those companies. That's a wrong mentality. Let's shift our way of thinking and say enough is enough. It's time for generational wealth creation. It's time to invest in something that goes beyond hundreds and hundreds of years. So if you buy your shares today, even if you die, they'll always be there. Let's invest in big companies. If you have got a company, let that company also invest in big companies. But that's the only way its survival can be guaranteed. Imagine those companies that have folded, those bus companies, shops people had. If they bought shares in Delta, I don't think those companies will get folded because Delta is still there. So your company, if it invests in a big company, its survival is mostly guaranteed. It's time to change our mindset. It's time to take that $5 and know that it's worthy in Zimbabwe today. So the story goes like this. You buy shares at a time when an economy is not performing, because at the time the shares are very, very cheap. So that when the economy, like the Zim economy that we have, moves out of the depression that is in now, you'll be rich. It happened in America. America was hit by a Great Depression in 1929 up to the end of the Second World War in 1945. And there was a man called Pat Monroe in a very small and unknown city in America. He encouraged people. He said, you guys, you people are drinking Coca-Cola every day, despite the fact that America had crashed. The American economy had gone down. He said, you are buying Coca-Cola every day. Why don't you buy shares in Coca-Cola? And the people who listened to him, they bought shares in Coca-Cola. And you know what happened? At the end of the Second World War, and there was an economic turnaround. That small town, very unknown, had the highest number of millionaires in America. Why? They took advantage of the Great Depression and invested in shares. So what I'm saying today to you Zimbabweans is that you have a chance. You have a chance, and it doesn't take much of your money. $5 is enough to invest. So that's the Coca-Cola story for you. That's the same scenario that we have. One day, the Zimbabwe economy will rise. And how prepared are you to cash in when Zimbabwe moves out of the Great Depression, just like what happened in America? Okay, let me bring it closer home to South Africa. The white South Africans, most of them, majority of them, they don't work. They just wake up and spend their money. Do you know why? They took advantage of the political independence in 1994. They bought shares in companies. And when Mandela became president, the company's performance ballooned. And those people are enjoying the fruits today. They are not working. So Zimbabweans, I encourage you to invest in shares.